Let's get this party started. Niche. Where do I start? Maybe with clearly an obsession of mine with I promise I'm done. I'm either done or nearly done. Is 3 perfumes by an Italian niche brand, Laboratorio Olfattivo. I am nearly done with my travel that I got from Italy. Torino, from Turin in Italy. Milo. My favorite from them is their white collection or their special releases with Jean-Claude Elena. Not all of them I've tried, but most of them I find way more interesting than their black collection. Their white collection, I love it because it's very ethereal. It's very elegant the way that they weave things together, and yet it's contemporary. It delivers on both friendliness, usability, and I wouldn't say uniqueness, but there's certain special something in each perfume from the white collection that I tried. So I am not gonna unpackage it yet because I want to finish the my travel, but I'm nearly done. And Milo with it's kind of fruity milkshake smoothie type of consistency is one of my favorites. Kind of fruity floral, watery fruity floral. There's not much that I can tell you that is more specific. Is it pear? Is it watermelon or some other fruitiness? I can't tell. They actually say that it's rose, white lily, pink pepper, and a bunch of other very light, very fun ingredients. But to me, it has some fruitiness to it. It opens with a very, almost like a fizz, lemon fizz, not the lemon itself and not sugary lemon, just like a fizz. And then we're supposed to see iris, rose, jasmine, and white lily with musks. Musks here to me is just a sweet soapiness. Benzoin, vanilla, amber, sure. But again, it's not an amber fragrance, all right? It's so fluffy. It's so light. But I feel melon in here. Like a very fluffed up melon. Love it. Absolutely love it. So finally, I got myself a big full-size bottle of Milo. The next one is an experiment. Since I have such high faith in their white collection, I got myself Noblige, and that was promising to be one of the cult favorites of Neroli scents. I recorded a big review of Neroli versus Orange Blossom and what that means, and I thought that's all right. I can do a follow-up later with my new favorite Neroli scent, which is Noblige is not going to be. Because to me, this is pretty much ginger ale or lemon plus ginger ale type of a soda. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. There are so many sugary, lemony, fizzy fragrances that why do we need another one? Why do I need another one in such large size? I don't know. This has high potential either to be regifted, resold, or used as a room spray. Not sugary, fizzy lemons was never ever, and I don't think ever will be, my cup of tea when it comes to fresh perfumes. I'm way more into mint, bergamot, maybe lime in citruses, but not sugary lemons. Sorry. There's only one potentially redeeming or intriguing part about Noblige, is that it gives me a ginger feel, and I recently became obsessed with ginger fragrances, so you can expect more of that coming to this channel. I want a truly fully well-rounded, multifaceted, spicy, sweet, refreshing ginger perfume. I want something that just takes your breath away, but it's deep, dynamic, So the fact that it makes me think of ginger is curious. However, ginger is not listed as a note or as an ingredient here. So maybe it's lavender plus citrus? That gives me such a weird association. Maybe. All right. I'll give it one more. Okay, I'll give it 3 more tries. And if it doesn't convince me that this is worth wearing because it's ginger-ish, we're not going to be friends. And the last, and I do hope the last perfume that I'm going to buy from Laboratorio Olfattivo in the foreseeable future, because you've seen what's happening here, is Need You. Milo, Need You, None, all designed for the Instagram generation, so younger millennials, and therefore now Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta. This is a very quiet lemongrass plus musk and ISO is super. Nothing of a perfume. It just has this faint lemony / minty echo and soft, slightly soapy, ever so just a little bit, slightly soapy feel, and that's that. It ever so slightly reminds me of Le Mixed by Nicolas Parfumeur Créateur. And I find that Le Mixed is one of their better creations. Well, this has way more character. Okay, let's let it breathe. And kind of bergamotto from Laboratorio Olfattivo. Maybe the opening there is not lemongrass, but bergamot. I would not be surprised. Yeah, kind of like a similar... This is way more beautiful, though, I gotta say. If you had to choose between the two and you want this like light, flowy, breathable scent with kind of a hint of bergamotto lemongrass, I would go with bergamotto, not Need You. Nevertheless, both are beautiful. And it oddly reminds me just a bit of Aqua Universalis Forte or Aqua Universalis by Maison Cook-Jean. That one would be prohibitively expensive compared to all of these options. Okay, out of all of them, Le Mixed has the most character. If I had to choose one, it would be Le Mixed and bergamotto, which I already have. So maybe buying Need You. Maybe Need You is not that needed. You know what I'm saying? It is possible here. Luckily, I love anything bergamot. I love that for the morning, for what I don't know what to wear. For me, this stuff like that, you know, ISO super plus some lemongrass, mint, or bergamotti, kind of this kind of light breath of an opening. It's you can't lose with that. So I'm fairly happy. I will wear it. Whether it can really compare with the other two, not really, but it's like a comfort zone nude type of a perfume. So Need You, like it, don't love it. There are better things out there in case you're curious, but I'm happy to have it anyway. It's just, it will find use in my collection. And in case you didn't think I was crazy enough yet, let me prove the opposite to you. I bought 3 backups to my Jacques Fath perfume collection, and I'm just gonna show you the damage and let you call 911 for me on my behalf. Lee Loden, green, bitter olibanum opening and much softer landing in the middle. I love how dynamic that shift is. So I have one. I think I have, I don't know, do I have 50 or 100? Anyway, I got 50 more. And for my top 2, it's definitely either top 1 or top 2. is the Tempête d'Automne. The something about the leaves of fall, and it is the most beautiful, warm, fall-like perfume. It's not too patchouli. I have some prominent, deep, spicy, dry, wet patchouli scents. I have a lot of patchoulis. Not quite. And I feel like at this point I am a connoisseur of Jacques Fath perfumes on YouTube. So if you want to hear a brand review, I'm your gal, because I got myself 2 more of these Tempête d'Automne perfume. It's just, these are even bigger ones. I think these are both 100 ml. It was super cheap online, and I decided not to resist. If I have to, I'll use them as a kind of seasonal room spray, just to create this cozy fall atmosphere in my way overheated Floridian home. All right, I will find use for it. Am I crazy? Possibly, but decisions were made in this 200 ml 50 of backups are now mine. By the way, there's nothing I love more than very high quality niche fragrances or perfume houses that are backed by master perfumers, one best of the best in the industry, that are reasonably priced. If you've been with me for any length of time, the selection of brands that I show you is where there's this optimality of taste, ingredients, people backing the brand, and modernity of the olfactory profiles, or maybe notable classical blending just the same, if you're into that kind of thing. I am a sucker for heritage. I am really respectful of legacy in terms of who's made it and for what reason. So the next brand that I want to introduce you to, I'm sure a lot of you know about it, but in case you don't, is The Different Company. It was started by a master perfumer, and at this point it branched out. It has a lot of different perfumers working with the brand, and it's trying to stay relevant without being controversial. So to me, The Different Company pretty much took the place of L'Artisan Parfumeur. The way that they blend florals, impeccable. This is lace from olfactory notes. This is macroscopic precision and believability of every brush stroke, how they blend their florals. That said, if you're really into the Max, Ambro Wood, Ambrox Max, and like other ethyl maltol, things of that nature, you might not be impressed. I feel that a lot of these perfumes require concentration, this kind of relaxed concentration. You need to breathe with them. You need to give them time to open up on your skin. They're, in my view, pretty high art. And yet, arguably so, they're trying to keep them very user-friendly. Anyway, The Different Company. I got one of their newer ones, newer releases, just to see if they're still holding the line. It's called White Zagora. White Zagora is devoted to Zagora. If I'm not mistaken, this is where Imperial Chinese gardens are. And they are known for planting a lot of Asmanthus trees in those gardens. And Asmanthus is one of the famous perfume ingredients. You actually can make aromatic natural ingredients from Asmanthus, and it has it's almost always in many white floral combinations. And often if you smell something and it smells like peach, if it has a natural ingredients, it's gonna be Asmanthus. There are synthetic ingredients that create this intense fruity peachy feel. Usually you can tell those things apart. Again, you can blend them in any shape or form as you wish as a perfumer. But every time when I smelled a really ethereal, flowy, peachy scent, it tends to be Osmanthus. White Zagora is aiming to reproduce a natural feel, the headspace, what you smell when you're in Chinese imperial gardens that have many Osmanthus trees growing around you. Packaging, love it. Modern, fun, recognizable, which is rare these days with niche. The fragrance itself. Obviously, it has way more than just Osmanthus. So it has jasmine, and I can detect it here. A lighter, slightly sharper, more metallic version of jasmine, not the animalic one. Otherwise, this is like Osmanthus tea. So soothing, so naturalistic, relaxed, beautiful, elegant. White Zagora is my new favorite. It's one of the more impressive florals I've tried in a long time. And once I tried that and fell in love with that, even though it might sound to you like a repetition, but I went for a fragrance from the same brand, the different company, After Midnight. This is supposed to be very narcotic jasmine. I bought the cheapest version of it I could find, so this is a refill. These bottles are refillable. It seemed to me like just yet another jasmine scent at first, up until I put it on my skin. And then the magic started happening. Honestly, I've been a bit skeptical about jasmine-centric scents for a long time because just like Neroli, often to me, they kind of all smell the same. Beautiful, wonderful profile, cult favorite, childhood favorite for a lot of us. But ultimately, it's just, they're not that different. I mean, they can be different, but you often can't tell one metallic jasmine apart from another metallic jasmine, or an animalic jasmine from another, or another honey jasmine from another honey. You know what I mean? Like every facet of jasmine has thousands upon thousands of replicants, and kind of like just you pick a few and you're done. At least that was my impression for a long time. This is the first jasmine-centric scent that truly changes. It changes when you put it on your skin. And I can't guarantee what you're going to smell, but on me, this is beautifully narcotic midnight, midsummer night smell. I feel this warmth, the heat coming from the soil, somewhat like burned down, dried grass from the sun in the middle of July or August. I feel the jasmine and just this overall breathing warmth. It is so sensual without being animalic. It's very romantic. It really gives me a whole idea for a video to talk about midsummer night fragrances, when nature kind of flips the switch and there is, like one world that you're in during the daytime, and as soon as the sun goes down midsummer, you go out for a night walk and it's entirely different feel. The sounds, the birds, the insects, the owls hunting, the warmth emanating from the heat emanating from the soil, like everything just, it's like a different world comes alive at night, midsummer. And this is what this smells like to me. It's amazing. I thought Zagora was it. I was like, okay, the most amazing, beautiful white floral with this peachy tea feel, love it, love it, love it, so romantic, up until I tried after midnight on my skin, mind you. On paper, it's not as impressive. Wow. Just wow. This is not even all, but we gotta cap it somewhere. I'm still waiting for a few bottles to arrive and one backup. So this conversation is to be continued. Meanwhile, please let me know I'm not alone there. Let me know if you've been eyeing a certain fragrance or several, if you bought anything recently, what kind of things are arriving or leaving your collection. Let's exchange notes. Let's see where we are in terms of mindfulness. I feel ridiculous saying that, mindfulness of shopping. I know it's one of my most watched videos ever. Clearly, I'm in a hedonistic stage right now. And yet, I feel it's triggered. It's triggered by all this uncertainty and not so good things happening locally and in the world. So I'm gonna give myself a pass. And if you need it, I'm giving you a pass. We should infuse as much joy and exploration and curiosity in our life as much as we can, as long as we stay fiscally accountable and responsible for our finances. Otherwise, why are we making money? So we can enjoy our life, enjoy ourselves, and share our love, whatever brings us happiness, with each other. So I hope I succeeded at that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really does help. And I'll see you in the next video.